Listen, Drek for brains. That adept over there might not seem like much, but I promise you, one shot of mana through their system and they'll be able to slice you to ribbons. Hello everyone, and welcome back down here to the Gamer's Den. With me, your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. I apologize for the delay, but it was a good day. But today we are going to go ahead and continue on with 5th edition Shadowrun, taking a look at magic of the 6th world, and we're going to start diving into Physical Adepts. But if you're new here to the channel, then go on down there, hit that subscribe button, and become a regular member here at the Gamer's Den. Or, if you're already subscribed and part of such a legendary roster, then go on down to hit that like button and share the video far and wide. But now, with everything said and done, let's go ahead and get into this. So, when it comes to Physical Adepts, Adepts differ greatly from their mage and shaman counterparts in that they do not project their magic outwards, instead focusing on enhancing their own minds and bodies with their powers. Because of this, they are often known as Physical Adepts. They strike in melee with a terrifying speed and power, letting loose barrages of rounds with a precision on par with the most enhanced of individuals. So, as I said, one of the key differences is that they channel their mana into their own bodies to enhance their abilities and skills with various powers. They don't astrally project, cast spells, or conjure spirits as mages and shamans do. They do purchase powers with power points, receiving an equal number to their magic rating. So if you have a magic rating of 6 that you start off with, you get 6 power points that you can spend on different powers. And also, Adepts only perceive astral space if they purchase the astral perception power, and they can only learn the sensing skill if they pick up the appropriate power for that as well. Now, Adepts tend to have a disciplined and personal outlook on magic. They work rigorously to improve themselves and their ability to channel their power, because much of their powers are about enhancing their physical attributes. They work on trying to enhance those physical attributes to begin with, to further try to tap into the absolute pinnacle of ability that they're able to achieve. So they tend to have a very regimented and organized life, or at least when it comes to their training they do. You can find adepts from all kinds of walks of life, honestly. And also, it should be noted that adepts are fewer in number than mages and shamans, and they don't really have any number preset abilities or methodologies for going about how they train. Like, you might find mages of a Hermetic tradition, and you'll know what that Hermetic tradition is like and what you can expect with the different ritual circles, the organization of their library, although that might have some individual differences, key distinctions, but they will still be organized a particular way depending on their tradition. And same with shamans. Shamans following a particular mentor spirit or aspect of nature, or whatever tradition they may come from based on the culture that they originate from. You can see some consistent set similarities between them, as they will inherently share and hand down those traditions. Whereas with adepts, again, because they're few in number and because they only develop their powers inwards, and they're only able to use their mana to enhance those powers, they don't really have a set, consistent tradition or methodology or background. And culturally, within the 6th world, they have been put on a pedestal. They don't have the same aura of fear and mystique around them like mages do, since their powers are only able to affect and enhance themselves. They can't project their mana outwards. They're not striking out with mana bolts, fireballs, doing anything to mess with somebody's senses. They can only manipulate themselves. Also, like their other counterparts, adepts are able to have a mentor spirit, and a mentor spirit is where you're going to find the most similarities and consistencies when it comes to the different physical adepts, because two adepts following a bear spirit from the same culture, they're going to have some of the same ideas. Just bear in mind that different mentor spirits, depending on the culture, might have some differences. Like, many people would say an owl spirit is probably going to have a consistent outlook of wisdom, knowledge, things like that. Things that are traditionally associated with owls in certain European and Mediterranean cultures. But you come over to the United States, where within several different Native American cultures, owls are seen as harbingers and messengers of death. They show up to bring you bad news, and they're considered a bad spirit, and you don't want them around. And some will actually actively kill owls that are hanging around their house. So it all just depends on the culture that they're from. But this just helps to give you, the players, and you, the storyteller running the game, more ability to insert just a wider variety, even with different subsets of spirits and the like. So go forth, feel free to homebrew as you see fit, or add in as you see fit. But what do you think? Go on down to the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Did you enjoy today's video? Did you dislike it? Let me know by hitting that like or dislike button and engage in the discussion down below. And if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying what you see so far, then go on down to hit that subscribe button and become a regular member here at the Gamers Den. But with all that said, I've been your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. Thank you all so very much for your time, and you all have yourselves a good night.